Hi, everyone. This is Pastor Josh here for your midweek message. And I know it's not the midweek, it's Friday. Maybe it's the end of the week message, but I was busy and I thought better late than never. So today I want to talk about is joy. The text, the lectionary for Sunday, talks a lot about joy and joy being made complete and how we're supposed to rejoice because God has done great and mighty things for us. Psalms 98 says, shout to the Lord because he has done wonderful things for us. Be happy, rejoice out loud, sing praises. John 15:9-17 talks about why God gives us commandments, that righteous living is in order to give us joy and that we are made complete through the commandments that God has given us, that it's this interweaving, that following what God wants us to do is supposed to bring us life and abundance and happiness, and that we are to love one another. It sounds good, doesn't it? It sounds good. I don't know if it's all that easy to do. I know for me this week, I've had a hard week, and it's been difficult to love people. It's been difficult to follow my own advice. And I'm a normal human guy. I, I struggle, and it's been kind of a rough work week, and it's been a rough family week. We're still moving and have problems, and I don't need to get into all the issues. We all have life stuff happening, but it's hard to find our joy sometimes. It's hard to find the bliss and the happiness in our lives, and following commandments don't seem a whole lot of fun. And what I realized is that a lot of times when we have problems, when we have difficulties in our lives, those difficulties have two parts. There is the problem itself, and then there is the anxiety or sorrow or this emotional component to the actual problem. And a lot of times the emotional component is bigger than the actual issue itself, or as big. And what God really wants to do is not necessarily always to fix our problems. That doesn't help us. But God really does want to help us with that emotional, spiritual component. That God says, hey, cast your cares on me. Cast out every worry and care on the Lord, and I will be there. And so we're supposed to rely on God, not for God to fix our stuff, but for God to take that pain and anxiety and hurtfulness so that we can cast those cares on God, because God's big enough to take them. And I think we forget that sometimes, that we think that we're supposed to be big enough to take on God-sized problems. That there's just not enough money, there's not enough time, there's just not enough of you in the day to get everything done, to do all the things you need to do. And that's not a new problem. That has been going on for ages. There's always more work than people to do it. And so what God really wants us to do is to give that anxiety and care to God. Not necessarily to fix all our problems, but that we might become complete. That to follow God, that we would become complete in God's provision for us. That God is there. And that God wants us to cast those worries and cares and the anxiety of life onto Him. And so that's what I'll give you this week. I hope it helps. Have a blessed week. See you on Sunday.